Hello guys. So today we are going to work on something. This is about creating the FTP or SFTP that you could use to access the files on the server. We're going to set up our FTP user so that we don't need to log into our FTP using the default user of our instance Ubuntu. As you can see here, we are logging into our server with the Ubuntu user and the private key that we have exported from our AWS dashboard. So to do that, and we also want to make sure that the folder of the website that we are running here is ch rooted, so that the user cannot have any access above all the document root for the website, which is for www.html in our case. So to do that, we are going to go back to our terminal, and from there we are going to create a user and a group for FTP. So we add a command group add. It's going to be SFTP users, and we're going to create a user as well. User add. Let's call it SFTP shell that we're going to mention as user bin no login. Sorry, that should be user and sbin no login. All right. So it says SFTP user already exists. We can check which shell has been assigned to our newly created user. We can see that from etc password. Sorry. And there it is, SFTP user bin no login. It actually should be user s bin no login. So we're going to user mod and s user s bin no login. SFTP user. No. That's it. And now something that we need to understand here for the Apache, whenever we upload any file on our server and Apache executes that, it actually has the user called www data, www-data. That is the user name and the user group that Apache used to execute all the files on the server. We can see that from our default Apache installation folder, etc Apache, and then env vars. So there you can see that it's exporting this Apache run user www data and Apache run group www data. All right. So and the next thing that we're going to see that in Apache configuration, if you see there, you would find that those are the users that are being used to run and execute all the files on the server. There you go. This needs to be set in the reverse. User is Apache run user and Apache run group. All right. So we get to add our newly created user to the group of www data. So we're going to add SFTP user. All right. And now the next thing we get to, we have to enable it into our SSH configuration so that the SFTP the SFTP protocol can be used for this user to log into the server. To do that, we are going to edit the SSH configuration. And there you can see. So the first thing that we have to change is the subsystem SFTP. And we're going to name it internal SFTP. And there's an example of making a ch rooted user. We are going to use that. So we are calling match user SFTP user. and then we are going to chroot dir as var www html. It should be ch directory. Yeah, it should change the color. And now next we are going to do something that force command. That's something we get to put force command, and it has to be internal SFTP -u 0002, and the 0002 is for the unmask command, so that whenever any file is being created into the server, so that the file permissions will be applicable accordingly, so that there's no issue with the ownership and while accessing the files. And whenever you also upload or edit any files on the server using this FTP, so that those files can be executed directly without changing any group or the permission or the owner, right? And we're going to put all these things as well. We're just going to copy it with the command Y and going to paste it right here with the command P. All right, now we go back to our editing mode, and we should be all done here. Then we go back, then we get out of here. Oops. WQ, and next thing we're going to test it and see. So that means everything's all right, and we're going to restart the service. But be very careful, guys, because medium that we are using to connect to the server using this terminal is using that SSH port of 22, and the service itself we are going to restart. So be very mindful and very careful that there's no error whatsoever with the SSH deconfig. If there's any error, it will fail to restart and you will be completely out of your terminal. You won't be able to start another session. All right, so we just have successfully restarted our SSHD services, and now the next thing we're going to look for is the permission of the document root folder for our website. So to do that, we are going to run this command for www, and that's it. And the HTML is having the user as Ubuntu and group as root, so we have to change it to have the owner as root, because that's the thing we need to have for any chrooted directory. Any chrooted directory should have the owner only root. So you're going to change it, and we can put the group as nobody HTML invalid group. All right, nobody group is not here. That's all right. So we're going to keep it root and root. All right, and inside of the folder, everything should have to be with the user SFTP, and the group should be www-data. Let's check that out. HTML, and everything is having the user as root, so we're going to change it. We are going to search on recursive SFTP user and www-data. That's it. Now I check again. Now we try to reload our page and see what happens. Yeah, it's loading successfully, so there's no problem with it. Now this FTP thing that we were talking about, so we are going to use. And another thing before I forget, that we have created the user SFTP, but we never have created a password for that. To do that, we have to run this command pswd SFTP user, and it will ask you for entering the password, and we enter the password here, retype the password. That's it, password updated successfully. Now if we update this connection settings here and try to put SFTP user, and instead of key file we put a password, then we'll see what happens. No authentication method is available. Ticket could not connect to server. Okay. We have missed something into our SSHD config for sure. Yeah. There we go. You can see the settings that the password authentication. This one is disabled. So we just have to enable it. Permit empty passwords. No. All right. Now we test it again. Yeah, everything's good. Now we restart our SSHD server. Next, we try to log in. And this is the user, the FTP user and the SFTP password we have in place. We hit on the connect button. Uh-oh. There was some issue with the configuration of our SFTP, and we are going to check the permission of the folder right there for www and then html. So html, that folder which is our documented root, that should have the permission of the SFTP user will group as www data, and the immediate higher level of html, the folder which is www, that should be the one which we should see root. So now if we go into list into our var, then we can see that www is with the permission root and root. So that's the perfect configuration that should be there to see each of the ch root any folder for our user. All right, and we also are going to set the home directory of our SMTP user in the command user-mod t, and then we're going to set it as for www and then html, or let's keep it to www only, and SFTP user. Process. All right, so we can kill all the classes of the SFTP user with the command SFTP user. All right, and then we run that command of modifying the home directory of SFTP user, and then we are going to change into our SSH config so that it gets the right it gets the right root directory. And there you go. We can see session directory is www.html, and we're just going to edit it to remove only the HTML and keep www. Then we run it and we check the SSHD, and it's all right. So we're going to restart our SSHD service. All right, and now then we come back to our FTP and try to connect our FTP with the user SFTP user or the SFTP protocol. Right, we hit on the current button and host key is trusted, virtual directory listing, and there we go. We are logged in into our system, and www is our root directory, and as you can see, we cannot go beyond our root directory. We hit no matter what, we always land back on for www, because that's the home directory and that's the source directory. So that's it, guys. That's how you set up SFTP on an EC2 instance running any operating system. All right. Thank you, guys.